Greetings to all of you. Today I speak from my heart about this profound time that we're in collectively as we deal with being in transition and in a profound time of transformation. And I deeply believe that we individually and collectively have choices that we can make in this time that will shape our future and the future of humanity. We are in such a profound and chaotic time as we transition from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. History has shown us that as we transition from one age to the next, it is a time of earth changes, it is a time of profound cultural shifts, and it is a time when we as humanity are called to move into new paradigms, new ways of consciousness, new ways of being. But what does that mean for us in this time? And what are the choices that we have before us? I believe that the energies of the earth and sky are guiding us to grow, to evolve, to move into a higher state of consciousness. The earth changes that we're experiencing are a wake-up call for us to look at ourselves and how we relate to the natural world around us. The energies of the sky, the meaning of the movements of the stars and planets are a roadmap, a guide, helping us to attune to the times that we're in and the shifts that are happening and how to work with those in the most conscious way possible. One of the things that I think is profound in this time is our need to remember who we are and who we have been as humans on this planet. Sadly, our arc of history and our understanding of our evolution as humans, for the most part in our modern cultures, only goes back 5,000 years. And that is very dangerous when we view these past 5,000 years of human history as the normative way of being for us as humans. If you look at the longer arc of history, we humans have been on this planet for tens of thousands of years. If you travel to sites around the world, you see that we have had ancient civilizations dating back at least 11,000 years in Turkey, in Peru, in Africa, in Egypt, that show us that we at those times had advanced levels of understanding of technology, of astronomy, of medicine. Humanity has been on this planet much longer than that, but part of our difficulty in tracing back to civilizations and cultures even older than 12,000 years ago is because, as I've talked about in another video, approximately every 12,000 years at the time of the ending of a precessional cycle and the midpoint, we go through a massive reset on the earth and in our human consciousness. I do believe those are choice points where we as humans are called to move into another level of consciousness. And if we do, we move forward in a way that's healing for ourselves and attuning us to the energies of the earth. And if we get further and further out of balance with our choices during those times, the earth will reset and clear humanity, for the most part, from the planet and help us begin anew. So the earth is a place for us to evolve, to grow, to learn, to experience. And what is it that we're meant to learn now? I think a key part of moving into the age of Aquarius is remembering who we are as soul beings here experiencing the beauty and wonder of being incarnated in physical reality on this incredibly beautiful planet. The meaning of the age of Aquarius is symbolized in the zigzag, which is the image, the symbol of the sign of Aquarius. This zigzag motif is perhaps our oldest known human image symbol on the planet. Archaeologist Maria Gimbutas has traced that symbol back 40,000 to 40,000 BCE. It is symbolic of the energies of life, the living waters of the cosmos. This symbol has been seen in ancient cultures around the globe. It's very prominent in Native American cultures, who actually include a third line in that zigzag. And it's indicative of the path of the soul and the choices that we make. And the intention of the zigzag is to remind us that we are a bridge between the earth and the sky, and that we make choices in our soul's development about how we live who we are and what our path is as souls here on earth. So we're at another profound choice point. The zigzag, the symbol of the living energies, the living waters of life, in mythology is related to the image of the constellation of Aquarius, the water bearer, with the urn pouring the waters to the earth. This is symbolic of the waters, the rains that give us fertility and life here on earth. But at a deeper level, it is a reminder of the living energies of the cosmos that we are all a part of. And those waters of the urn of the water bearer are also in ancient mythology symbolic of our connection to immortality. The water bearer is thought to hold the ambrosia or the herb of immortality that allows us to open to infinity. So what does that mean as we connect with the age of Aquarius? What does that mean to remember or to taste of immortality? I believe it is crucial to remember that our immortality is our remembrance that we are soul selves having a human experience. Our souls do not die. They journey through lifetimes and experiences in the cosmos. We are each a drop of the sea of cosmic consciousness. And when we remember that, we can celebrate the experience of our own unique creative expression of that cosmic consciousness. And we can remember that we are pure consciousness in this experience, in this story of this life. But we are part of infinity. We are a part of the interconnectedness of all that is. And the expression of the visible reality of our cosmos is a manifestation of that creativity of cosmic consciousness that we are but a part of. The meaning of the Age of Aquarius is to remember our immortality, to realign with that awareness that we are soul selves having an earthly experience. It then allows us to remember the arc of our human history on this planet and to reconnect with the wisdom of the ancient cultures that were more honoring of our interconnectedness with all of life. The ancient cultures prior to this past 5,000 years of our human history honored the sacred feminine, honored the energy of creativity, of community, of interconnectedness, of living in harmony with all that is. Our past 5,000 years has been a time of honoring the sacred masculine, the patriarchal period, where we've explored our separation and stepped out of that relationship with all that is and explored the capacity of our minds to be separate, to invent, to analyze, to experience our individual consciousness. But if we don't realize the limitations of that paradigm and that we're called now in the Age of Aquarius to bring back into balance the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine, to come out of separation back into connection and relationship and the awareness that we are a part of the oneness of all of life. If we don't remember that, we are, consciously or unconsciously, staying on a path where the Age of Aquarius will not be moving into that higher level of consciousness, but perpetuating the consciousness that we're in now, which is the idealization of the mind and the limitation of seeing who we are only in this third dimensional reality. And then our view of immortality, which we're already seeing in our modern cultures, is about becoming transhuman, is about developing technologies with our minds that allow us as humans to merge with machines. And it will be the machine, the technology, that is immortal. And it is an effort to override or overcome the limitations of our biology, to merge with artificial intelligence, to maximize our brain capacity, to continue to be on the path of domination and control and human arrogance and separation from the life around us and the planet we reside on. And we will continue on a path with that technology that will become increasingly more and more destructive to the planet and to ourselves. Technology in and of itself is not harmful, but how we use it can be beneficial or harmful. Ways in which it's being used now in medicine and in other ways to assist people are computer technology that allows us to connect with each other around the planet is beneficial. But to idealize that technology as our path of future as humanity is dangerous and destructive. We will lose our connection with the life around us. We will lose our harmonic relationship with the earth, and we will forget the deeper meaning of our immortality, which is an honoring of the soul and of that pure consciousness within us. The sad thing now is many astrologers view the Age of Aquarius as, oh, it's more and more advanced technology. Uranus, related to electricity, related to computer technology. That's the wave of the future. No, no. The deeper meaning of Uranus, the planet, is about truth, is about cutting through illusion. It is about remembering our consciousness. It is about that deeper awareness that we are a part of all that is. And Aquarius is about the living energies of the cosmos. The amazing thing is that if you really explore these ancient cultures dating back 11,000 years ago, it is clear that they had advanced technologies beyond our comprehension today. We still can't figure out how the Great Pyramid in Egypt was built. We still can't understand how these walls in the sites in Peru that date back 11,000 years are built with a refined technology we can't comprehend. I believe that these ancient cultures that were so embedded in that awareness that we are a part of all that is, we're exploring ways of working with light and sound and vibration and harmonics and magnetic energy fields beyond our comprehension today. It allowed them to move huge blocks of stone and refine them and place them and create these amazingly beautiful sites. There are powers and energies running through the Great Pyramid in Giza we have yet to comprehend. They understood how to use light for healing, for working on medical issues, because I do believe they also remembered and were aware of the fact that all of our cells communicate through light, through photons. So if you remind those cells through information in light of what it means to be back in balance and harmony, the body heals. In our path of exploring our minds, we've developed some amazing technologies, but we've forgotten that we're more than minds. The movement into the age of Aquarius is a reminder to come back to our hearts and to the awareness of our being a part of the web of life, and that it is the pure consciousness within us that is our connection to infinity, that is our immortality. It isn't through the control of our minds. It isn't through the development of technologies that become the mechanistic expression of our current collective consciousness, which is about separation, domination, competition, conflict, the superiority of humanity. If we stay on the path of those assumptions and choices, we are facing our own self-destruction. If we allow this time that we're in, this movement into the age of Aquarius, the awareness of the guidance of Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, which is now in the sign of Taurus, connect with the earth, then we can be back in relationship with the earth and sky and energies of the cosmos in ways that we can move in to advanced technologies beyond our comprehension, but from a place of consciousness and awareness that we are awareness of our spiritual nature being that remembrance that we are in relationship with all that is, and that natural law, as opposed to human law, is about being in harmony, balance, right relationship with all that is. Then we're not using energies in ways that destroy the resources around us, that cause damage to the earth, that are exploiting each other or destroying each other, but we remember the ways in which we can tap into these energies around us in life-giving, healing ways that bring us back into love, connection, honoring of the sacred in all of life. This is our choice. This is our opportunity. And when we see if we remember who we are, then we can see what we're capable of if we move into that higher consciousness. The choice point that we're in right now is we're in the sea of the collective unconscious. And we're seeing all the ways that that is manifesting in the world. And we're seeing the shadow side of the extremes of the paradigms of the past. The paradigms of the past are about power over, the dominance of the male, competition, that sense of conflict and polarization that we see all around the globe. And we see it now in more authoritarian leaders, more nationalism, more polarization, more conflict with each other. If we're truly on a path of evolution, and even biologists talk about this in species, they move from competition to collaboration. We have that choice now as humans to move from this survival of the fittest mentality to collaboration, communion, community, connection with each other and all that is. And that's actually a higher state of being. It's not only a higher level of consciousness and a movement into unity consciousness, but it actually opens us to an expansiveness that allows us to remember how to be in collaboration with the energies of the cosmos in ways that are beyond our wildest imagination. The choice is ours. Will we be on a path of heart? Will we come from our soul selves and move into that higher consciousness? Or will we continue on a path of separation and individuation and division and destruction and domination? And then the earth herself, in connection with the cosmos, will reset to help us come back into right relationship and to remember that we are a part of infinity. We are a part of the web of life. We are but a strand on that web. May we come back into that right balance of the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine. May we remember who we truly are. Soul selves having a human experience. May we expand our consciousness to move into that unity consciousness and to come back into compassion and love and connection with each other and with all of life. And then open to the expansiveness and wonder and beauty and creativity and harmony of life and of cosmic consciousness. Blessed.